Everyone talks about the baby after birth. The nurses talk about the baby. The visitors talk about the baby. The texts ask about the baby. How's the baby? Is the baby sleeping? Can I see a picture of the baby? And nobody, literally nobody, asks about the woman who just had the baby, the woman whose body was cut open or torn apart, the woman whose hormones are crashing so hard she can't tell if she's awake or dreaming, the woman who is bleeding, swollen, exhausted to a level she didn't know was possible, and going home to an empty apartment where there is no partner waiting, no mother staying over for a week, no one to hold the baby while she takes a shower or eats a meal or just lies down for 20 uninterrupted minutes. That woman is invisible. And if that woman is you right now, if you're sitting somewhere alone with a newborn, still recovering from birth, still bleeding, still hurting, still wondering how you're supposed to heal while simultaneously keeping a tiny human alive with zero help, I need you to stop everything and listen to me, because I was you, and I have things to tell you that nobody told me. Your body just did something extraordinary. Let me say that again, because I don't think you've heard it enough. Your body just did something extraordinary. Whether you delivered vaginally or through a C-section, your body performed one of the most physically demanding acts a human body can perform. You grew an entire person. You delivered that person into the world. And now your body is trying to recover from that while simultaneously producing milk, regulating hormones, and functioning on less sleep than a soldier in combat training. The bleeding alone, the postpartum bleeding that nobody warns you about, can last 4 to 6 weeks. The cramping, the stitches, the swelling, the soreness in places you didn't know could be sore. If you had a C-section, you're recovering from major abdominal surgery while lifting, bending, and caring for a newborn around the clock. And society has decided that none of this matters. Society has decided that the moment the baby arrives, you stop being a patient and start being a mother, as if those two things can't coexist, as if your body doesn't deserve the same attention and care that the baby's does. So let me be the person who says it. You are recovering from something massive. Name it, acknowledge it. Stop pretending you're fine when your body is screaming that you're not. But the physical part? That's only half of it, maybe not even half. The emotional crash that happens postpartum is something I was completely unprepared for. I expected to be tired. I expected to be sore. I did not expect to be sitting on my couch at 2 p.m. holding a perfectly healthy sleeping baby, sobbing so hard I couldn't breathe, and having absolutely no idea why. The baby blues, that's what they call the first 2 weeks of hormonal chaos. Your estrogen and progesterone plummet after birth, and your brain chemistry goes haywire. You cry at commercials. You cry at nothing. You feel rage, real, hot, inexplicable rage. At 3 a.m. when the baby won't latch. You feel numbness when you expected to feel love. You feel terror when you expected to feel joy. And all of this is normal, miserable, but normal. The part that isn't normal, and the part you need to watch for, is when it doesn't lift, when the crying doesn't stop after 2 weeks, when the numbness becomes your default setting, when you start having thoughts about harming yourself or thoughts about not wanting to be here. That's postpartum depression, and it is a medical emergency, not a character flaw. Here's my surface-level advice. Track your moods. For 1 week, write down 1 word per day. Happy, sad, numb, angry, overwhelmed. Okay, just 1 word. After 7 days, look at the pattern. If every word is dark, if there's no light in that week, tell someone, your doctor, a friend, a hotline, anyone. Because postpartum depression is treatable, but only if someone knows it's happening. And while your brain is doing all of that, while your emotions are on a roller coaster that only goes down, you still have to function. You still have to feed the baby, change the baby, hold the baby, get up in the middle of the night, every night, alone. So let me give you the practical recovery hacks that kept me alive when I was the only adult in the house. First, the bed station. Everything you need should be within arm's reach of wherever you sleep or sit most often. A water bottle, snacks, diapers, wipes, burp cloths, your phone charger, pain medication, nursing pads if you're breastfeeding. A change of clothes for the baby and for you. Remote control. Arrange it like a command center. You should be able to go 2 hours without standing up if you need to. Second, pain management. Take the pain medication your doctor prescribed on schedule as directed. Don't be a hero. Don't try to tough it out. You cannot take care of a baby while you're in agony. Set alarms on your phone for medication times. Third, if you had stitches, perineal or C-section, ice packs and sitz baths are your best friends. Fill the peri bottle with warm water every time you use the bathroom. These aren't luxuries, they're necessities. Your body heals faster when you actually take care of it, which I know sounds obvious, but when you're the only adult, taking care of yourself feels like a luxury you can't afford. It's not. It's the only way you get through this. But here's the thing that broke me the most. The thing that I didn't see coming and that nobody warned me about. Nobody brings you food. In a 2-parent home, the partner handles meals, or family comes over with casseroles, or friends organize a meal train. But when you're alone, when you came home from the hospital to an empty kitchen and an empty fridge, nobody brings you anything, and you're supposed to cook. You can barely stand up straight. You can barely hold the baby and walk to the bathroom at the same time. But somehow you're supposed to feed yourself 3 nutritious meals a day to fuel recovery and milk production, while also feeding the baby every 2 to 3 hours around the clock? The math doesn't work. It just doesn't. So here's what I wish I had done. And what I need you to do right now if you're still pregnant or if someone pregnant is watching this. Batch cook before your due date. Make freezer meals. Anything you can reheat with one hand. If you're already postpartum and it's too late for that, do this. Accept every single offered meal. When someone says, "Let me know if you need anything," say, "Can you bring me dinner on Tuesday?" Don't be polite about it. Don't say, "Oh, I'm fine." You're not fine. You need food. If nobody is offering, look into meal delivery services. Many communities have programs specifically for new mothers, including churches, community organizations, and apps like Meal Train that let people coordinate food delivery for you. And if all else fails, paper plates and peanut butter sandwiches will keep you alive. Not thriving, but alive. And alive is the goal right now. And now, the thing I need to say that nobody is saying, and it might be the most important sentence in this entire video: you deserve recovery too, not after the baby is settled, not after everything is organized, not after you've proven you can do this alone. Right now, today, you deserve to heal. I know you feel like you don't have that right. I know you feel like the baby's needs come first, always, no exceptions. And yes, the baby needs to be fed and safe and warm. But you, the person reading this or watching this, you just went through one of the most physically and emotionally demanding experiences a human being can go through. And you are doing it without a safety net, without a partner, without help. You are recovering from birth while working the hardest job on earth, completely alone. And the fact that you feel like you don't deserve recovery, that's not strength. That's the martyrdom myth doing what it does best, convincing women that their suffering is noble instead of unnecessary. Your suffering is not noble. It's a problem to solve, and solving it starts with giving yourself permission to heal. The full postpartum recovery framework, the complete daily healing schedule, the self-care system designed for mothers recovering alone, the step-by-step guide that took me from barely surviving to actually functioning, goes way deeper than what any single video can cover. I put all of it into a guide because I needed it to exist for the version of me who came home from the hospital alone and had no idea how to take care of herself while taking care of a newborn. The link is in the pinned comment with the heart. And one last thing, the thing that takes the most courage of all, asking for help, is not failure. I know you think it is. I thought it was too. But asking for help when you have a baby depending on you is the strongest thing you can do. One phone call, one text, one honest conversation. I'm struggling and I need someone. Those words are not weakness. Those words are strategy. Those words might be the thing that saves you. Comment healing if you're recovering alone right now. I want to know you're out there. I want you to know that I've been exactly where you are and it gets better. Not easy, but better. Hit subscribe because I'm going to keep showing up for you. Hit that like so another mama who just came home from the hospital to an empty house can find this and know she's not invisible. You matter. Your recovery matters. And you are going to get through this.